And we are live. Welcome to another episode of AB Tribe in Combat. And today we're going to be talking about Mario Barrios versus Manny Pacquiao, the fight prediction. And let's get right into the stats, starting with Mario Barrios. Mario Barrios is 30 years old. He's actually 6 feet tall. He has a 71-inch reach. He has a record of 29 wins and 2 losses. And now for Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old. He's 5'5". He has a 67-inch reach. He has a record of 62 wins and 8 defeats and 2 draws. And let's get right into it, man. We all know Manny Pacquiao, the legend. I'm surprised that he's coming back. The last time we saw Manny Pacquiao was against Rukia Ampo, a Japanese Taekwondo champion. He also does MMA. He does a lot of combat sports. He had an exhibition fight against Manny Pacquiao. I think it was like 3 rounds, and he beat him. I mean, on paper, I guess nobody won and nobody lost, but in reality, Rukia Ampo beat Manny Pacquiao. Now, the last time we seen Manny Pacquiao in the ring was against Yordenis Ugas, and Ugas was able to beat Manny Pacquiao by decision. I'm just hoping that we get a focused Manny Pacquiao, a hungry Manny Pacquiao. He's been out of the ring for a long time in a professional fight, so I'm hoping that he could come out strong. He could come out fast, and it just doesn't look like he's a older Manny Pacquiao. Against Ampo, he was very stationary. He just couldn't cut off the ring. He didn't have the speed. It could have been just a money grab. Like, he went just to fight just for the money, but it just didn't look like he was a well-prepared Manny Pacquiao that day. Now, for Mario Barrios, he's been out of the ring for a long time as well. The last time he fought was last year, November 15. And that was against Abel Ramos. Mario Barrios actually fought Yordenis Ugas, and he was able to beat him. That's the last opponent that Manny Pacquiao fought in the ring. But Mario Barrios wasn't able to beat Keith Thurman, and Manny Pacquiao was able to beat and almost finish Keith Thurman in the first round. And Mario Barrios' other defeat comes from Gervonta Davis. So his 2 defeats comes from very good opponents. One of them is a future Hall of Famer, and then you have Tank Davis, a superstar in the sport of boxing. So personally, I think Mario Barrios has a very good record. He fought a lot of good opponents, and he has a nice, good skill set. He's very tall for the division, very lengthy. He knows how to take advantage of the height. Sometimes he likes to get too close, but when he's focused on the game plan and able to outbox these guys, he does a very good job. Now, for Manny Pacquiao, he's gonna need to fight Manny Pacquiao like Yordenis Ugas, like Rukia Ampo did. Stay on the outside. Don't get close. And don't let Manny Pacquiao get close. For Manny Pacquiao, he wants to get close. He wants to use his speed advantage, and speed creates power. And if he could get close and make this a ugly fight, a gritty fight, then he has a bigger chance of winning this fight. He also needs that bounce back. He wasn't using it against Ampo. He needs that in and out bounce, especially for this fight. If he wants to win this fight and retire after this fight, I'm thinking that Manny Pacquiao just wants to have a win for his last fight and just, call it a day for his career. For Mario Barrios, he wants to beat this legend and continue his career. Like I said, Mario Barrios sometimes gets too close, And if he gets dragged into that type of fight, it's not gonna be a good night for him. If Manny Pacquiao comes out stationary and just I don't know, against Rukia Ampo, he was just stationary and just looking at Rukia Ampo circle around him. I don't know what was going on, but he's gonna need to really step it up. Like that last performance scares me a lot because there's a saying, you fight like your last performance. And like I keep saying, against Rukia Ampo, it wasn't a good performance. We could actually see some highlights if they have it. Mario Barrios, he only lost to Keith Thurman and Tank, two very good opponents. That should tell you everything that you need from Mario Barrios. He's gonna be tough. He's a strong opponent. Now let's see if they have Rukia Ampo versus Manny Pacquiao. I don't want the full fight. I just want highlight. Yeah, you see, like Manny Pacquiao, he was trying to get inside, but it was just kind of sloppy. Like you see, there's no bounce. There's no bounce. Very stationary, just standing tall, high guard. Like that's not the Manny Pacquiao that we know. Look, just swinging at air. You see, staying on the outside against the ropes. Rukia Ampo has a lot of size in there. I think they were fighting at a catch weight. They were supposed to be like 155. But there was no rehydration clause, so Rukia Ampo was probably like 190. He fights like at light heavyweight, middleweight. So like I was saying, if Manny Pacquiao comes out like this, it's gonna be a long night for him. I mean, this was the same thing against your Dennis Ugas. Ugas did a great job at staying on the outside and not getting dragged too close to Manny. But Manny did better here. He's pressuring. Same thing, stationary. Like high guard. That's not the Manny that that's not the Manny that we know. And most of this highlight is the end of the fight. But Ugas won this fight. Same thing, Ugas wasn't very productive. He's not known to be like a high volume fighter. But he's just very fluid with his movement. Good posture. Staying on the outside. He could have threw more jabs and done a lot more, but Ugas slightly won that fight. Mario Barrios is a little more active. Let's look at Mario Barrios. His last fight was tough against Ramos. But you see, you could see the difference between Ugas and Mario Barrios, just his angles and the way he throws. I'm not saying he's the most aggressive fighter. No, he's not like very aggressive. But at least he tries, at least he's in attack mode. You feel me? He's in attack mode. Ugas was just like in the back, just not engaging at all. Like, but he saw what he did against Keith Thurman. Round one, Keith Thurman was on his butt. So I kind of understand, but you have to take risks. And that's what I like about Mario Barrios. He takes a lot of risk. Takes a lot of risk in there. He could be a lot much safer. Like, he doesn't need to do this. He doesn't need to be lunging in and lunging his jabs. Like, he could just be standing back because he's the taller fighter. But this is what I'm saying, man. If he comes out like this, fighting like this against Manny Pacquiao, that favors into Manny Pacquiao's hands. I mean, he's gonna be faster, and just his angles and his combinations is gonna be overwhelming, especially in the later rounds. But Manny Pacquiao is 46 years old, so I think I don't think he has the stamina to actually stay that long in a fight. I mean, of course he's gonna be standing, but to be productive. This was a scrappy fight, even though Mario Barrios knocked down Ramos like twice. Um, Ramos was a strong fighter. He's very durable. But Mario Barrios is Mexican too. So he's very durable too. He could hold a punch. So yeah, that was his last fight. It was a good fight. Let me see the damage. Yeah, both guys look like they've been through war. That's every fight for Mario Barrios. He looks like this. there's some there's some picture that he looks like the Avatar. And my boy look like the Avatar Mario Barrios. Look, my son look like the Avatar. Yo. That's crazy. Yeah, he always look messed up. But yeah, he's a great fighter. But like, he just he throws himself in the fire a little too much. And you love to see that from fighters, but he does it a little too much. Like, he got to protect himself and improve his defense. For Manny Pacquiao, his age, being 46 is just the biggest disadvantage here. His stamina is not going to be there. His speed is not going to be there. Power is the last thing that goes, but Manny Pacquiao wasn't known to have a one punch knockout. You feel me? Like, yeah, he hits hard, but it's not going to knock you out. It's going to take a lot more than one. So for my prediction, before I look at the odds, because I love looking at the odds, for my prediction, I have to side with Mario Barrios. All respect to Manny Pacquiao. He's a legend. He's a fan favorite. He's known to be one of the best in the modern era for boxing. But I have to side with Mario Barrios for this fight. Manny Pacquiao is 16 years older than Mario Barrios. And Mario Barrios is a champion. And he has proven why he's a champion. So enough with that. That's my prediction. I'm siding with Mario Barrios. Now let's look at the odds. Going on FanDuel. Yeah. Mario Barrios minus 370. Manny Pacquiao plus 260. Let's look at DraftKings. Yep. Minus 370 plus 275 for Pacquiao. Yeah, he's an underdog. But yeah, man, there you have it. The people think that Mario Barrios is going to win. I think that Mario Barrios is going to win. I hope that Manny Pacquiao can make this fight competitive. And, hopefully he could win. I wouldn't be mad at all. I would be very happy for Manny Pacquiao if he won this fight. But to be realistic and not to be like, biased, I have to side with Mario Barrios for this fight. And that's all I got for you. Don't forget to drop a like, a subscribe, a comment, and share. Do all that good stuff for me. Until next time.